Welcome to the Talk Shop Podcast Season 2. My guest coming up is content creator PurePrime. PurePrime is a good friend of mine from the Netherlands, or as others know it, Amsterdam, and has been creating quality content for games such as Tom Clancy's The Division 2, Call of Duty, Outriders, The First Descendant, and more. We talk about jobs that you actually like showing up to and don't hate all the time, being real with your audiences, and how that communicates positively to the people that watch your content, as well as how he built his community and what he recommends to others. Also, the Division 2 gameplay you're seeing is straight from him. Please note this interview was recorded near the end of 2023. Enjoy. Welcome back to the Talk Shop Podcast. My name is Richie, but also two people who online know me as Rex Diamond, so you'll be hearing a lot of PSN tags get tossed around. And today I am here with my friend who I've actually known for a while, PurePrime. How's it going, man?
It's going great, man. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
Definitely, man.
We've known each other for a little bit now, man. It's great. It's so great. Like how you can build up friendships like this through the online world is so awesome, and we still keep in touch, and it's nice, man. It's so good to have you in the community, have you as a friend, and I'm happy to be on the podcast, man.
Thank you. So before we start, because obviously now we're definitely diving into video games, which is one of my favorite topics, and yours as well. So
For sure.
My question is, I usually ask what is everyone playing, but since you're playing the Division 2, thanks to the new incursion modes.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Because you're playing Division 2, the real question is, have you cleared incursion with a flawless and no downs?
I want to say yes, but then I will be lying. No, we didn't do a flawless yet. We will, next Sunday, we will try it just with a couple of friends. But for now, our main focus is to just have fun in the game, get the community with us, and try to give them a clear, because there are still a lot of people out there that trying to matchmake and can't find a decent group, and that's what we want to do, just have fun in the game and just laugh with each other, and trying to get new people through, and trying to get that new exotic to drop.
Right.
So that's what we are a little bit focused on, and the flawless clear or the fastest clear will come whatever, but we're not really focused on that right now.
Got it. So you're a content creator. Tell us about what it is you do, like what you cover and what is involved with it. Tell us how you even got started in this.
I got started in this. I always worked in hospitality for like a lot of years, and my dream was to have my own restaurant or my own bar. And I had so much fun, man. Like, it's for me is when somebody walks in with a smile and goes away with a bigger smile. That's just what I live for, and that's the same with gaming. Like, it's a community. If you help out people, if you just talk to people, they're so happy, and that's what I like it. So when I worked in the hospitality, I already did this as just like a hobby, like most of us started. But then the pandemic hit, and my little brother said, you know what? Like, why not try to upload more videos? Why not try to set up a community and see if it works? Maybe in a few months when the pandemic is over, it's nothing, but maybe it will hit. And luckily for me, I blew up, or kind of blew up, so I could, make my living off of it. And it's so great. And that's a little bit how I rolled into it. And I've always been fond of like screwing around a little bit with Photoshop and with Adobe Premiere Pro, making some videos just for the fun of it. And I never expected this to be a full-time job, but here we are, and I'm so happy about it, man. I'm so happy about it.
Definitely. Like, speaking of the community, because I got added to the PurePrime community for Division 2 when I'd never played a Division game until 2 came out, and I took to it immediately. And then when I found out, there's more in the end game. I was like, I need to go find somebody. I need to find out what the hell to do in order to get raid ready. And that's when someone invited me to your Discord, which I had never been on Discord either. And this was before pandemic. I never been on Discord. They're like, here, try out the community, see what they need. And at the time, Division was hot. Like, it was like just because
sure.
It was like right off the burner. And I was like, okay, cool. So this is how it is. And somebody had walked me through before I even got in the community. I got raid ready, and I think it was you, definitely Anna, and a lot of the OG admins, P Slim things.
Yeah.
Jason, stuff. In general, they were all like, okay, cool. You guys were just getting people clears left and right. And I was like, oh my God, this is a whole lot easier than I thought, because the last clip I ran with, they took 5 hours at Razorback, and now it's like, oh no, we'd have this done in like 20 minutes under the old build system too, which is great.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, that was definitely great, man.
That was definitely great.
And then you joined our community a little bit more. You got your own clan.
Yeah.
You were getting people through. Oh man, we were so happy to meet you as well, man.
Thank you.
It was yeah, man. It's so great.
Yeah, and like as you mentioned, you started building a community with other gamers and other people like-minded. A lot of fun happened with that. Okay, like for those who don't know, like when the second raid finally came out, which was in the pandemic, we spent 12 hours trying to get through Pfizer.
Oh, yeah, that was something. That was something. But also a lot of fun, like, because now we look back at those struggle days and you think, how did we ever struggle with that? But it was the same with the Incursion, right? It came out last week, and the first clear that we did was, I almost don't want to say it, but it was in like 7.5 hours. And now we're clearing it in 20 minutes.
Exactly.
It's a week later. You get used to it. You get used to your group, and it's great, man. I love those first weeks as well. Trying to figure out what the best tactics are, where all the spawns are, and yeah, it's so much fun. It's so much fun.
It is. The other thing too, and I never did get a chance to thank you for this. So 2 things. We ended up rescheduling this interview because I was going off of it was like 3 a.m. my time, because we're like 12 hours apart. And I was like, okay, I literally got up like, let's go, after an overtime shift. And you're like, are you sure, man? I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll take you up on that offer and I'll reschedule for later in the day. So thank you for
exactly,
that.
Man. Yeah, of course. No worries. It's a little bit better for you instead of doing it at night. And for me, I just stopped streaming, so I'm still in the hype. I still have the energy, so don't worry about it, man. I was happy to do it.
Yeah, that's that. And the second thing was, because I was new to Discord at the time, and PurePrime was the first server I joined, I actually ended up getting that ability itself helped me to learn how to use Discord and learn how to essentially function with it and what it looks like. That ability itself helped me down the line, not just for other Discords, but also management in general. Okay, so I definitely have PurePrime to thank you for that one. Thanks.
Hey, of course, man. You did a lot, and we learned together, and that's the great thing, right? That's the great thing, and we built something awesome, and I'm glad that you learned from it as well to set up your own servers. I know you are in a lot of other servers, so yeah, man. Don't worry. We are in this together,
Yeah, definitely. So going on to more about content creation, what kind of content do you make, and why was that your picked content?
I make more like explanation guides and a little bit more deep dive within the Division 2 that I play right now. I wanted to start with Call of Duty back in the day, but it's so hard to get into, and I started with a few videos on Call of Duty, and then I started where to find things within Call of Duty, and I noticed that a lot of people were looking for those types of videos. The Division, I played the Division 1 back in the day a lot as well, and the Division 2 came out, so I thought, you know what? Let me try and make where to find this or how to unlock this videos, and that's how I started. So I started with a lot of explanation videos, and now I just building it a little bit bigger in just giving more information about the game that I'm playing, and that's currently then the Division. But overall, if we are on stream, like because I'm partnered with Ubisoft, they give me some games like early, like Assassin's Creed we played last week. The of course Star Wars is coming, Avatar is coming, and those are games that I like to play as well. But for the content itself, for my YouTube, I will stick around the Division for now, and especially because the Division 3 was announced. Because I always thought that I would go for multiple games and then only focus towards where to find stuff in those games. But I fell in love with the Division so much that I couldn't just step away from it anymore. And I thought, you know what, I will go all in on this game. And yeah, some people say it's stupid because some people say it's air quote a dead game. But the community that we're building, the friends that we have, I can't just leave it. I'm just having too much fun.
Definitely agree, because Division really opened up my, I guess you could say, borders when it came to gaming, because I was so used to single player games, and then usually FPS, because I played a lot of Overwatch at the time. And then Division showed up. I'm like, all right, I'll try it out, because I really wanted something to scratch that tactical itch.
Yeah.
And Division met that completely. And then I stayed in it for a while. The only time I've ever uninstalled it is when I had to, there was an error or something. There's like, hey, the game's not loading. I'm like, I guess I got to hard reset the whole thing. So it was never uninstalled because I lost interest. It was taking a break from, sure, but I was like, no, I like this, and I want to see them do more with the game. And because I enjoy the lore. When that incursion came around, man, like you, we all just jumped on that shit right there.
Oh hell yeah, man! But because we know the incursions from the first division, then and the incursions were a little bit different than we have now. But it was so much fun, and especially with the Division 2, they came up with raids. And for people that don't know, that listening, those are huge boss fights. A couple of boss fights that we need to clear with a group of 8 people. And what was fun with incursions was it was only 4 people, and then it's a little bit easier to get people together. And so that's why I love incursions so much. It's a little bit more laid back than the raid is. And man, we jumped right on that instantly. Yeah, man.
It was good, and I agree, because this was my first incursion too, and I was like, okay, how does this work? And then, like you said, I think the main thing that really comes up is all of these relations you're building. Because P Slim, I didn't even know this when he found out. He's like, you in the Bay Area, man? I'm like, yeah, man. And he's like, hey, do you know such and such? I was like, yeah, I do. He's like, yeah, that's my homie right there. I was like, oh wow.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Oh, that's dope, man. Hey, Slim even came over, bro. He was 3 days at my spot.
Nice.
So he flew. Yeah, man. He flew from America all the way to the Netherlands, and he stayed at my spot for 3 days. It was so good to see him in real life, hang out with him. Yeah, it was so dope, man. That's my man right there.
Yeah, shout out to P Slim and the rest of the OG mods if you guys are listening and things. But like you said, there's this community building that you're doing, which really has transitioned to a lot. Because now voice actors in general, for side gigs, some of them they're like, I'm gonna start streaming and then start building up my community while I'm doing whatever work it is there. And at the same time, for those who have watched my other videos, I've mentioned this before. Video games now make more than Hollywood. That's by a logistical fact.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay. It's now the biggest industry when it comes to entertainment, and it makes sense. Like the freedom of ability you get to do to create your content and build and meet so many different people.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. It's so and it's only growing. It's only getting bigger and bigger, and it's so dope, man. It's so nice, and especially like with all the multiplayer, and now almost every game having the crossplay. It doesn't matter where you play anymore. You can just play with your boys, even if they're on Xbox or on PC or on PlayStation or on Switch. I'm just saying something, but most games can just play together, and that's so freaking awesome. It brings everybody together. The community gets bigger. Yes. Some cheaters come in here and there, but you will always have that. You will always see that.
Definitely. So going on to what does it look like when you create content? Because I know for a fact, and we all know for a fact who knows PurePrime, the famous quote from you. Okay, I gotta go create content.
Yeah.
So what are some of the tools that you use to create your content and then expedite the process, whether it be Adobe Audition, things like that?
What I like to use for my thumbnails itself, I use Photoshop, and for my video editing, I use Premiere Pro. I always use those programs, and I got used to it, and I just sadly paid top dollar for for the programs, but I love it. I use that a lot, and and then I use my OBS, so my streaming software to record whatever I'm saying or whatever I'm playing, and then I go back to my my editing software. I edit it together, make sure that everything is okay, because I'm not natively English speaking, right? So I still need to listen to all my videos a couple of times if I don't make a mistake. The pronunciation of the English language is sometimes still hard for me, and that's where most of my time is in. So rewatching of my own content to see if I made a mistake, if I need to edit something extra. Yeah, and that's kind of how I work. I try to do everything on the fly. So sometimes I script it, but most of it is on the fly. I just think of it, I say it, and then what my problem as well is, as you probably already noticing, is that I talk a lot. I had, the ADHD is very, very in me. So, like, for example, today I uploaded a video of 10 minutes and I talked for 25. And then I put it back into my my editing software, and I see, okay, this is way too much information. Cut, and then I come out with a video of 10 minutes while I made a video of 25, because I just sometimes overshare, and in the content world, the faster the information, the better, as you can see right now. On TikTok as well, like the attention span of the younger people right now is like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
If you don't get them in the first 3 to 5 seconds, they will leave. So if you are coming out with a video of half an hour, people don't click it. They think, oh hell no, I'm not gonna watch 30 minutes of him talking about a build. So that's the toughest part of my job, so to say.
Definitely. Like I'm the same way too, because I usually talk a lot as well. And when I usually go, because every now and then for voice acting, when I go around the internet and look at groups, I'm there. And then the moment the topic comes up, I'm like, hey, what do I do here if I just want to start? It's like, okay, look. And then about 25 minutes later, it's like, anyways, we're now going to go on to part 2 of what I'm going to say. And they're like, okay, maybe not and stuff. It's like, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I always explain it this way. People, like if they tell a story, normal people, or air quote normal people, just talk in a straight line, and I talk in tree. So if I start straight and then there's a branch there, there's a branch there, there's a branch there. So I could have told that story in like 10 minutes, but it's taking me an hour because, I think I can tell this. Oh, I think this is something for the story. And then some friends of mine, only one look is enough, and I say, "Oh shit, I'm talking too much." Yeah, you're oversharing, bro. Just keep it small. Keep it small.
Same thing here. So speaking of, as we talk more about content creation, you mentioned your partner with Ubisoft. How did that come about? Because for everyone who knows, Ubisoft is one of those top developers that produces video games within the US, the UK, and a bunch of areas.
Yeah. I got reached out. Like I got an email from one of the Ubisoft. How can we call it? The social media manager or something like that. And she reached out and said, "Hey, what do you think? Maybe we can link up a little bit. We see that you are you're enjoying yourself with Division." And they gave me access to UB Press, and that's normally only for press releases. So I'm yeah, I have still access, by the way. I love you, Ubisoft. No, but and so I got access through that, and I was just starting to talk to her a little bit more, making sure that I send her some emails every week or so, and not even asking about the game, but just asking about her, just trying to keep the connection warm. And then, like a few months ago or a half year ago, Ubisoft officially started the creator program, aka the Ubisoft partnership, and they instantly just set me over to that partnership. So I have yeah, that's a little bit how I went into it. So they reached out to me, and we started talking, and yeah, and the rest is history.
Nice, definitely.
Yeah, man.
Because we have, we like you said, Division 3 got announced, which I was like on my way to work, or I was on my way to somewhere, I don't know where. And I looked at my phone, and IGN just reported, hey, the Division 3 just got announced, and they're getting the team ready together. They're bringing back OG people who were working on the first division. And I'm like, oh, okay, because we knew for a fact before that announcement there was no production or announcement for Division 3.
Very true. Very true. Very true. We all hoped that it was being announced, but yeah. To be honest, a lot of us were thinking like, are we getting even a Division 3? And if so, maybe in like 7 years or so, you know? And but that whole announcement just came out of nowhere. And it was I'm so hyped about it. Like, I know that it's gonna take a few years, but just the announcement already that it is coming, that is already enough information for me to know that I can keep playing the Division, I can keep making content and just roll into the next game. And I cannot wait what they have in store for us.
Definitely.
It's so awesome.
It's really exciting too, because I also, one of the things that fascinated me about the game was its lore and a lot of the content about it. Because then the lore got a little too real when 2020 rolled around. We're like, oh
wow,
we're like,
wow. Yeah, man.
You're
like in the division, it's a little bit worse, but there were so many things that were exactly the same. Like even how they cleared whole New York out at the start. Like there were like videos of people in New York just getting, pushed back home, and there was almost the same video we had in the division. They made that, so it hit close to home for sure.
Definitely. And then at the same time, it's like it was good to, it was really good to see they're like, hey, we're gonna still support the division. I'm like, good, we want new content. This is for the incursions. And they said we got 4 new seasons ready that'll be coming out, which was on Division Day, and the 4th season will include a DLC, which like I had to go back. I was like, wait, what did they just say? They're like, yes, you heard that right, DLC. I was like, okay, that's good. So then obviously Ubisoft then started picking up the the fact that there were people out here. We're like, hey, we're supporting this. We're down. Just come on and do something. They're like, okay, cool. They supported it, and then now we're getting new content, and then it's just going up and up more, which is also building up the community. And now we're ending up in chats like this saying, hey, this is why we like this game and why it's, I guess, brought people together in general.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's like, it's a great community. It's a great game. And I'm so glad that I started this and met all of y'all. It's like I always worked in hospitality, so you always have a lot of people around you in real life. And I always had some friends online, but I never really had the urge to, really meet them or anything else. But now, man, I can't wait to fly over to the States and just, or to America and just go to all the states where all you are and just having fun and talking to each other. Like, I didn't expect that I could make these close connections in an online video game. It is quite wild, but I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
I think the other thing that also comes across in your streams, which is why I like it, watching your streams and keeping them on my computer, is the fact that, and this is something that's covered in the voice acting industry all the time, because it's now an uptrend in any genre of voiceover, from video, especially video games. commercial and even anime now, which is that authenticity. So whenever I have a stream up of you, it's like you're interacting with people, and it's not put on, put it that way. And because it's just hella real, honestly, it's attracting other people, and it's like, hey, this is cool. We can come out and hang out here. Things, if we can jump in on a game, great too. Which is something that, and for those who are looking to do content creation, this is important. Like just being real and being yourself about it. So laughing, joking around, and things like that. And I've seen from plenty of your stuff, that's what you bring to the table, which is great.
Yeah, I always had a lot of energy, and I love to bring the energy to the people. And like because I've been, air quotes, struggling with ADHD all my life. There were some times that I just got pushed to the side because he's too energetic, he talks too much, we don't want him in the group, and. Yeah, at a young age, I already realized, like, what, you have to take me how I am, and if you don't like me, look the other way. Like, there are more people out there. So I was always myself, and just like you said, Richie, just now, like if you want to go into the content creation, you want to be yourself, because you will attract the same type of people towards your stream, towards your content, and then you can really build your friendships. And if it's all fake, it doesn't help you, and you will cancel yourself later, so to say.
I think that's really important because a lot of people go into, because content creation is entertainment. It is. You got esports, you got content creation, like what you use and what you provide to people, videos, streams, all of that. And more people are like, hey, we want to connect with someone who's just like, they're about it, they're real, and they're not like
facts.
It just is. So it's always good to see that, which is one of the other reasons why I was like, I got to ask PurePrime if he wants to be on an interview, because I think that while most people are trying to get into this, they're either overthinking it and like, okay, do I have to like go on a persona things, or they just don't know what to do, and it's like, well, just be yourself about this and then fix from there. And speaking of adjusting from there, as you've made videos, streams, and all of that, what are some of the lessons that have taught you that have helped you prepare future and better content?
I started with like no face cam and just writing everything down, because I had to get used to my English itself. And then if you get used to it, and if you feel comfortable in your own skin, then just make your steps. Add, for example, a face cam like I did. And if I could give one tip, that is, next to your content that you make, or you stream, or you make content on YouTube, the smaller videos like the TikTok, the YouTube Shorts, that's so important right now. And it's not all for the views, but it's more to get your face out there, to get your voice out there, and that people recognize you and maybe jump over. It's you need to try and just start with one thing and then just make it bigger and bigger and bigger. If you're going to start with everything on day one, you're going to burn yourself out, and you don't want to do that. So step by step, like I did as well. I can still grow, I can still learn for sure. But like, if I knew a few things back then, right now, then I would go for the short-term content to get my face out a little bit more. Get yourself out there on the social medias. Just react to some other streamers, but just really try to connect and not just react to somebody for reacting. Oh, let me get my name out. No, you need to be, just like we already talked about, you need to be, sincere about it. You need to be honest about it. And if you don't like somebody, it's all good, but don't say hi and try to get her or his attention because you want to get your name out there. Just like we said, on camera or on your content, just be yourself. And if it works, it works. There are millions of people that are trying this. Don't get discouraged. Just trying to keep going and keep going and keep going. And especially see it as an hobby for the longest time. for the longest time. Like if you're gonna see it as a job at the start, if you want to really like, if you're seeing this like I want to make money, then you're not gonna succeed because you're only doing it for that. You're then looking at the numbers and you're down after that because oh shit, I wanted more numbers or whatever. And if you just see it as a hobby, then you're happy that something is online already instead of oh, how many views did I get in the first hour? How many likes did I get? And that's something that I struggled with at the start, you know, this just seeing the views and watching the numbers. I got hooked on the numbers real fast on the YouTube side, but I learned a little bit more to chill, hang back, and it will come. And there are always good days and bad days. It doesn't matter what kind of work you do, and it's the same with content creation. You can't expect every video to be 1 out of 10 and thousands of views. No, it will come, but it will build.
Definitely. That's a really good point to touch on because I think a lot of content creators are like, hey, I'm going to get into this with a different mindset. And it's the same with voice actors as well. They get into it, then they start seeing the numbers aren't like up there, but they just started, so they're not expected to know everything that's there. And then next thing you know, it's like, oh, they start sinking into depression. They're like, maybe this isn't for me. And it's like, no, this is a working process. I get beginning actors coming to me all the time. They're like, hey, so I want to be a voice actor. I'm like, okay, well, how about you take a class that way you understand the fundamentals of what we do. And next thing you know, it's like they get burned out because it's like they're trying to hit. I just had Craig Bernatowski on the podcast earlier.
Yeah, I saw the video. Nice.
Thank you. I had him early. Interestingly enough, for those who don't know, in order to get that information, I had to get someone through a raid, and I was like, maybe one day being able to clear a raid in 20 minutes at least will come in handy, and it did.
For sure. Nice.
Someone had said, hey, I just ran into Craig Bernatowski. I was like, what? I was like, yeah. I was like, no, you serious? It was like, no, I'm serious. I was like, what can I do to like share this information? It was like, I mean, it's like, I'll tell you, but could you get me through a raid? I was like, I can get you through a raid, but I can't promise you an eagle bearer. He's like, yeah, sure.
No, yeah.
20 minutes, he got both.
Oh, nice, nice. Oh, that's great, man. And that's another thing, like from the online community, like. They love to share things. They love to have each other's back, especially in the division. You know, it's so great that people come with that information because else you maybe never have talked to him. You know, so it's so great that these connections are there. And yeah, man,
definitely. Also, too, a big shout out to Craig Bernatowski and my friend who helped connect me with him and stuff. Really appreciate you guys.
For sure.
So going on about the content creation game and people starting up and really understanding that, you know, you do this because you enjoy it, because that was me too. I was like, hey, let me look at these numbers. I got lucky with one. I was like, oh wow, this blew up. But at the same time, it's like I want to make sure I'm doing something that I enjoy first off, and I do enjoy interviewing people like you and other people who are like, hey, I started off here and I'm working my way up and I'm having fun doing it versus it's a job, I hate my life, this.
Yeah, and that's what everybody wants, you know. Everybody wants to, and at least in my opinion, you need to have fun at work. Like I had so many other opportunities to go outside of the hospitality when I still worked in that, but I had so much fun, you know. We didn't earn anything. Like it is one of the worst jobs in payment, but I had so much fun, you know. If I can still do things outside of the house, I can have a roof above my head, I got food on my plate, I'm happy, you know. I don't need a fat BMW in front of the door, you know. I'm good. So I'm just enjoying my work, and I would rather get like, I don't know, I would rather get like less pay than I go to work every day and think, oh man, me, I need to go to work again, but I'm getting 10,000 a month. I'd rather not do that. So I'm so happy that I went from hospitality I did really enjoyed to this that I'm really enjoying. You know, gaming is a hobby, and it turned into a job. A lot of people ask me as well, like, but now Prime, like, do you still enjoy gaming then in your free time? Oh, hell yes. I still enjoy it, you know, because a lot of people that let me say, like, I don't know, are a football coach. I'm just saying something, right? There are a lot of people that then after that go home and think, oh hell no, I don't want to watch football. I don't want to hear about football at all. This is my job. Leave me alone. But yeah, I love it, man. It was the same always with hospitality, and now it's with gaming. So yeah, I can't complain. You just need to enjoy what you're doing. And especially with content creation, or you're gonna burn yourself out.
Definitely, and that's really like I'm glad you're sharing that, because I'm like, I definitely know if I bring Prime on here, he's gonna be able to share what it's like, and you're sharing it right now. That this is we're having fun. Okay, you're meeting new people, stuff, forging new connections, and things like there's still people I met back in Division during when I first entered that I'm like, yeah, we're still linked up. Obviously, you,
Yeah, for sure.
and then others, and it's really like it's just good in general.
Yeah, man, it's very good, and it's so much fun. But like what you just said with the whole story, that somebody else gave you that information for that interview, and those are a lot of things that are happening. I got DMs as well. Yo, look at this. Maybe this is a game, or hey, look at this. I have a code for this game. Try it out. And that's the beautiful thing about our community. I even sent you a couple of links through Ubisoft from hey, maybe check this out. I don't know if it's something, but I saw this crossing my computer screen, so I thought, hey, maybe Rex, aka Richie, loves to have a go at it. And that's what I like. You're just helping each other out and just trying to grow with each other.
Nice, definitely, and thank you again, because like I remember it crossed my desk. I was like, oh hey, cool, thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, hey, of course, man. Like it's nothing for me. I just copy the link, and maybe it helps you out in the long haul, or maybe even a job. So yeah, why not share it, right? It's no problem for me, man. Definitely. So don't worry about it. Glad to do it.
Appreciate it again. So as we wrap up, who in the community, because I know that you've known a lot in the community that is the PurePrime Discord and everything having to do with PurePrime community, who are some of the people that have really like helped bolster this community, and really that you would like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I would definitely give a shout out to all our OG members, like you, so Rex Diamond, we got B Slim, Anna Banana, Jason Merks, we got Snizzer, General, and those guys and girls helped me out so much to get the people together, and of course the time zones, just like we talked about at the start. Like I'm in Europe, so it is around like 12 o'clock at night for me now, but normally for all of y'all in the States, the evening start. So a lot of people, a lot of friends like Anna, Jason, Slim, they took over when I was sleeping, and they helped me out a lot. And for my streaming itself, Anna helped me out a lot, and Stalker is one of the best moderators I ever had and will ever get. No offense to all my other mods, but Stalker was the man, and he was working on content as well, and he's streaming now himself as well. So I'm glad that we still keep in touch and that he can set up the community of his. So for my streaming, a huge shout out to Stalker, because he helped me through a lot of things, helped me in the background, and man. So those are the guys and girls that I kind of want to shout out. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Speaking of Anna, I give her a thank you, because when I was just learning how to be a moderator, I remember she said, "Hey, okay, I want you to do this the next time someone tries to roll up on you and hijack a group. Okay, you let them know this is yours. All right, you're the one in charge. Okay, and if they don't like it, they can go find another group." Like, she really just said that, and I'm like, you know what? She's totally right.
She can be straight to the point, and we Dutch are that as well, and I think that's why I clicked so much with Anna, because she doesn't sugarcoat it. She just says it how it is, and some people can't handle it, but our community, and just like you, we learn from that. A lot of people see that as a negative, but I just see it as a positive. She's trying to help, and yeah, that's so great, man. It's so great. I'm glad that she could help you out as well.
Yeah, Anna's great, and then all the other OG moderators would also like, hey, he's new and stuff. Let's let him know. It's been good. So we're just wrapping up now. Before we do, there was a few things. So I was told by somebody, his name is Chrome, and he said, and I don't know where this came up, but they said the backfire is better.
Yeah, it's a gun within the game, in Division, and I don't really like the gun, and I talked about it a couple of times, so now it's a little bit like a meme in chat that they say, "Oh, go for the backfire," because I straight up hate that gun, and just they're trying to trying to see if I react to that. So it became a meme a little bit, yeah.
we're just like a month from now, we're gonna have memes saying the backfire is the best, and then people trying to why am I bleeding out? Ah,
yeah, exactly, bro. Oh man, great.
That'd be great. So, where can people find you at?
They can find me on Twitter /X. I still call it Twitter though, but
yeah, we all do.
Yeah, at I am PurePrime. Same for Twitch, where I stream. That's at I am PurePrime, and on YouTube it is PurePrime NL.
Nice.
And people can find me there. Yes, sir. So I stream 5 days a week at least, from Tuesday to Saturday. And Sunday and Monday I usually take off because I'm still a huge Formula One fan, and most of the races are on Sunday. Yeah, for Twitch or for YouTube, I try to upload 7 times a week, but sometimes it's gonna be 5. So I will try to stay active for sure. I need to learn a little bit better to do the social media. I was never a big social media guy, so I can learn from that. But yeah, Twitter is the place, or X is the place to be for me to find me on the social medias.
Definitely, yeah. I totally don't blame you for calling it Twitter, because I know a lot of people do. They're like, every time I call it X or put a link in, it feels like I'm linking someone to porn.
Yeah, but it is. It is that way, man.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
So, dude, once again, appreciate it, man. You coming on the podcast, sharing your story with us, letting other people know who want to get into the content creation game. Like, these are some of the things that I did that worked for me.
Yeah, hey, of course, man. Thanks for having me. It was nice. I was looking forward to this talk. Yeah, as we said at the beginning, we've been homies from the start of the game. We've known each other for a couple of years now, and yeah, I'm just glad that you found your spot within the voice acting. Freaking awesome. And now, working on these podcasts and just getting people in, talking to a whole different group of people, and maybe helping out other people that look into this directory, or going for voice acting, or going for content creation. So thank you for doing that for all of us noobs out there. I appreciate it, man.
No problem. Once again, thank you, Prime. And also, if you're looking for Prime's content, you find everything in the description below. That being said, what do we like to say in PurePrime? Let's go.
Let's go.
Take it easy, everyone.
Yo, take it easy, guys.